Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm really excited for today's video. This is one I saw done by The Honest Beauty Review, so I'll have her channel and her original video linked down below, and I thought it was such a fun concept. Basically, she's talking about some of her favorite products from some of her favorite YouTubers, or like favorite products that she's heard of from her favorite YouTubers. So I have 10 products to talk to you guys about today from 10 of my favorite YouTubers. Of course, I have more than 10 favorite YouTube channels, but these are specific products that like instantly I can like think of the person who influenced me to purchase that. So that is what today's video is going to be about. If you're interested, then I hope you will stay tuned. First, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I hope you'll consider doing so before you go. I post videos every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. No, I keep getting my schedule wrong. I post videos every single Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, you guys, I promise I'm not going to keep switching my background around. It's either going to be the one with the window in the background or just hanging out in my bedroom. We're hanging out in my bedroom today because it is 36 degrees in Minnesota today, or at least the city that I'm in Minnesota. 36 degrees, it's freezing. I had my space heater on, I turned it off to film, but also my husband's home today, and the room with the window in the background is like our main like there's no, it's not like a room that you can like close doors to. Yeah, it's very open, and I feel like I'm super awkward when he's home, which is stupid. So like I know I just like talk quieter, and some of the feedback I've gotten in my videos is to just not talk so quiet, which I don't want to do anymore. I don't want to be like, hi guys, my favorite product is. I want you guys to be able to hear me, and I also feel like for some reason I'm just not like my bubbly personality when I'm feeling like awkward filming. So he's letting me have my me time, my filming time in my bedroom. He'll probably watch this video later. Thanks for supporting, darling. Anyway, you guys, like I said, I have 10 favorite products of mine to talk to you guys about, and the influence behind me purchasing these products were from some of my favorite influencers. So we are gonna start with a product, probably the product that I've talked most about on my YouTube channel, and it is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Priming Moisturizer, and also I wanted to include the Pores Be Gone Primer, so basically the First Aid Beauty primers. And my original influence behind purchasing this primer specifically, but then eventually it became this one too, was Kelly Gooch. Now I love Kelly's channel. She's someone who just inspires me to try and keep a really curated makeup collection. I mean, I don't do the best job, but for having over 50,000 subscribers, she still has a very like beauty guru realistic collection, and I just love her channel. She has really fun, new and creative ideas for her videos. She talks a lot about tips and tricks to better do your makeup, and I've taken a lot of like actual makeup application tips away from her channel as well. My favorite tip that she's ever given is to not distribute as much foundation on your forehead. You guys, this was a game changer when she said that, and like I stopped putting as much foundation on my forehead. So thank you, Kelly, for the great primer recommendations, and thank you for the great tip on foundation on your forehead. All right guys, up next is a product that I was inspired to purchase after, I can't remember what video it was. I think it was like something about like summertime makeup, and it was from Jamie Page, and it is the Lancome Juicy Shakers. I don't know why I felt the need to shake this. So I have mine in the shade Apricot, and I really like this product specifically for the summertime. It's almost like a lip oil, like a pigmented lip oil. It has a really interesting like application. Like halfway unscrew the lid, and then like you shake it up and put it on your lips, and I really like this one. I think both her and Samantha Ravndahl both talk about the Lancome Juicy Shakers a lot, and I can't remember if it was both of them or Jamie or Samantha who specifically called out the shade Apricot, but I love this lip color in the summertime just because it's such a beautiful, vibrant, like orangey coral shade, and I'm really happy that they influenced me to purchase this. I would definitely consider purchasing more of these. At first, I didn't think I was gonna like these just because the applicator is just a little bit different, but the more I use this, the more I like it. But I prefer this shade, again, mostly for the summer, so I would like to pick up at least one other shade that I can maybe wear universally year round, but Jamie Page definitely inspired me to pick this one up from Lancome. Okay, I felt like it was getting a little bit dark in here, so I moved a light closer. Anyway, another favorite channel of mine, I'm gonna get so annoyed with this shirt. Another favorite channel of mine is Kathleen Lights. Now, Kathleen has inspired so many purchases of mine, but one of my favorite products that was inspired by Kathleen Lights is the Dream Street palette. I just absolutely adore this palette. This was her collaboration, one of her collaborations with Colourpop, and it's just such a wearable palette, and I love so many of the shades in here. I absolutely love the shimmers. Even with a dry brush, they perform so beautifully on the eyes. They look very, very foiled. I love that you have the warm tone shades that are so easy to blend, and you guys know, because I've spoken about this so many times on my channel this year, this shade, which is Kaleidoscope, is one of my favorite eyeshadows throughout my entire makeup collection. It's just this really beautiful shifty shade. It's almost like a golden champagne greeny blue shade, and I just absolutely adore this shade. So definitely wanted to mention this one from Colourpop and Kathleen. So Samantha March is by far one of my favorite YouTubers. I watch her every single day. I've been watching her for, I think, about 3 years now. I didn't find her right at the beginning of like her start with YouTube, but pretty close to it. And I've been hanging out with Samantha, you know, 6 to 7 days a week ever since, because she posts every single day. She has inspired so many makeup purchases on my end. In fact, I have a whole dedicated video, Samantha March Made Me Buy It. I will link that below in case you guys are interested in watching that. So it was really hard to pick a product that, it was really hard to pick one product. Now the product that I want to talk about is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Creme, but specifically the Ole Henriksen line in general. Ole Henriksen, I think, I hate to like choose favorites, but I feel like would be my favorite skincare line, just because I have so many products that are favorites from their line, whereas other brands that I really like, for example, Belief, I have quite a few products in their line that I like, but definitely more from Ole Henriksen. Ole Henriksen, the brand in general, just I was turned on to from Samantha March, and thank you so much, because I, again, like so many products from the Ole Henriksen line. Anything from this line I love, and then I've recently fallen in love with their like retinol line, the purple and white one. They recently released the Fat Glow Facial, which I am obsessed with, and I just really like the brand in general. So this, again, I was really turned on to this brand from Samantha March. I think about like the Pore Sana like facial scrub that I purchased because of Samantha. Again, this one is one that I purchased because of Samantha. The C Rush Vitamin C, so many products. But just in general, Ole Henriksen, thank you, Samantha. Okay, speaking of Samantha's, Samantha Ravndahl is also one of my all-time favorite YouTubers. I have been watching her again since the beginning of like when I started watching YouTube. And what I love about Samantha is, one, she's Canadian, and so I'm from Minnesota, which for some reason I seem to believe I'm like partially Canadian because of that. But I just have like fond memories of Canada, because like before I turned 21 in college, we would like go up to Canada some weekends to drink, because you only had to be 18, so like we could legally drink in Canada. Just ridiculous reasons why I like Canada, but it's also beautiful in my opinion. Anyway, so Samantha Ravndahl, I just absolutely like her personality. Like, I just imagined like I would legitimately be laughing my ass off every second I spent with her if we were best friends. And I imagine if like she knew me, we would be best friends in real life, just because I vibe with her personality so much. She swears all the time, which I try and reel it in on my YouTube channel specifically. But outside of my channel, like I have the worst sailor's mouth at work. Even like people just like laugh because they're like, here comes Steph just spitting off all these words. However, fun fact, it's supposedly true that the more often like you swear, or people that curse more often are more trustworthy. Interesting, but I'm gonna go with that. And Samantha is just like super like no bullshit, like just blunt, will give it to you how it is, and I just absolutely love her personality. So love her channel. She has also inspired so many purchases of mine, but one I wanted to mention specifically was the Bite Beauty lip gloss in Flat White. I really do love this lip gloss, and I actually just heard her mention Dirty Chai in her like fall shop my stash, and I really want to go pick that one up too. So here is Flat White. It's just this really beautiful pigmented rich lip gloss, and I love that it's like a really nude shade. Sometimes this can be like a little bit too nude if I'm super fair, but I still really love this lip gloss, love this lip gloss formula, love Bite Beauty in general. I swear I was turned on to Bite Beauty as a brand from Samantha. I think she also encouraged my first agave lip mask purchase, which I absolutely love those too. But like I said, Samantha has influenced so many purchases of mine. This is just one favorite out of a lot. Okay, I was sitting on my feet and then my feet fell asleep, so my camera might be I adjusted it slightly. Okay, next up I want to talk about, I might butcher her last name, but Julia Musicato's channel. So I believe I found her channel last summer, and what I love about her channel is, one, she just is incredible when it comes to editing. She edits her videos with like little clips of just like funny, it's probably not Vines, 'cause I was never into Vines, but like almost like little funny video memes throughout her videos. Anyway, her editing is just very unique. She also just recently started college, so she's super young, and I just like really appreciate, you can just tell she's like a go-getter, etc. And I love her channel. A lot of her channel is based around like eyeshadows, etc., but she still does talk about skincare and other beauty favorites. And one product that she talks about all the time, so I had this in my collection, it wasn't like I purchased this because of her, but she's obsessed with this highlight and it's a favorite of mine as well. It's the ABH Amrezy highlight, and if you guys didn't know, they just re-released this for a third time, and if you have not picked this up, would highly recommend. It's just such a unique and beautiful highlight. Now I know, I feel like it's like a hit or miss highlight. Like people are either like super into it or just like kind of meh about it. I'm one of the people that are super into it. I just love the tone. It's like this beautiful like yellow gold based highlighter, and I really just don't have anything like it in my collection. It's also a unique formula. I feel like I don't have a formula quite like this in my collection. I love the packaging. I just love everything about this. And I always just vibe really well with Julia when she's talking about this. I'm like, oh yeah, I love that highlighter too. Okay, next up I want to talk about Stephanie Nicole's channel. She's another like OG, like I've been watching her for so long. I love her channel. She was the reason, there was a time where I felt like I had started my YouTube channel, but it wasn't really for me, because I felt like at that time your channel had to be about tutorials, and she was primarily like a review based channel. This was before I started watching Samantha March, who also like really inspired me to continue on with my channel, just because I personally love like reviewing and using products rather than doing like actual tutorials. So I just love everything about Steph as well. She's super honest, very blunt to the point. She has like a sleeve tattoo. She has like tons of tattoos, which I just like love about her. She's not like your average just like clean cut beauty guru, and she turned me on to, again, so many products, specifically skincare products. I really trust her opinion when it comes to skincare, and her and I have the same sort of skin type, kind of dry, normal to dry. And one product I know I purchased because of her, and thank goodness, actually now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking of like all the other things that I purchased skincare wise because of her, but one that stands out the most is the Belief Moisturizing Balm. She raves about this all of the time on her channel, and I just absolutely love that moisturizer. I've since gone on to fall in love with the Belief Moisturizing Eye Balm as well. That is my favorite eye cream for the evening time. The Banana Bright eye cream is my favorite for the morning time, and I'm just so glad that she brought that product into my life, because it makes such a difference in my skin throughout the winter. I don't so much use that in the summertime, but when it turns cold here like it is today, it's time for me to head to Sephora today and pick that up. Like I said, I don't currently have it in my collection, but I need to pick it up because it is the one that I ride out through all of the winter time, and it keeps my skin as hydrated as it possibly could be. So thank you, Stephanie, for that great recommendation. Another channel that I just absolutely love her personality. She's from Texas. She is so sweet. It is Nicole Renee Cutler, and I have purchased quite a few different eyeshadow palettes off of her recommendation. I feel like I always turn to her channel when I'm looking for good palette recommendations, ideas for makeup. She still does a lot of tutorials on her channel, which I really appreciate, but one palette I know specifically I purchased because of her was the Persona Identity 1 palette. She would rave about this palette all of the time on her channel. She would talk about how this doesn't get enough hype, etc. And so I knew when she she probably talked about it, I probably heard her talk about it in 2 videos and was instantly sold. But she is right, I absolutely love the Persona Identity palette. I recently picked up the Identity 2 and I love that one as well. This one is really nice, especially for the fall time. I'm gonna pull this back out and use this a ton. These shimmers in here are just so stunning. Even with a dry brush, they just pack such a punch. Love the shimmers in this, and then the mattes as well, and then the mattes blend out super easily as well. This is obviously a very neutral toned palette, so if you're like a colorful loving gal, this probably isn't going to be the one for you. But if you're a colorful loving gal and need like one neutral palette in your life, this is a really good one. I love that it offers some warm tones, but you also have these cool tones as well, so it really offers quite a few options both in the warm tone and cool tone realm, and I really like this palette from Persona. And then the final channel that I want to mention is Babs Beauty. I love her channel. First of all, she might be the one who inspired me to try and bleach my hair myself. Now, it wasn't because she told me to go bleach my hair myself, but she just has the most beautiful white, gray, lavender, purple hair. Like, she just knocks it out of the park with her hair. She is stunning. I think she's so beautiful. She has the cutest dogs ever. If you follow her Instagram account, oh my gosh, her dogs, I'm like obsessed. But she is the one who turned me on to the Fenty Diamond Milk lip gloss specifically. I remember I had talked myself out of purchasing the Diamond Milk Gloss Bomb because I just felt like I didn't need it. I felt like it was going to be too silvery for me, but then Babs was just raving about this, and I had seen her put it on her lips and her lips just looked so beautiful. I knew that I had to have it. She also used to rave about, and maybe still does, I've heard her mention it from time to time, but the last year's holiday release of the highlighter that went along with this, the Diamond Bomb, like the original Diamond Bomb highlighter that Rihanna released in that Fenty line that Rihanna had released for the holiday. I remember I had wanted that, and then I swatched it in store and it was really glittery, but I had seen Babs use it on her channel. She had talked about how she's one who doesn't mind a little bit of glitter, and she just talked about how beautiful it was. Julia Musicato also talks about how she really likes that highlighter too, so those two combined, I feel like someday I may accidentally purchase that highlighter as well. I've talked myself out of it so many times, but then I feel like I'll hear one of them mention it and I'm like, I kind of need that. Anyway, Babs' channel is definitely the reason that I ended up purchasing this. She convinced me that even though I thought I didn't need it because I had the original, I needed Diamond Milk too. So, alright guys, those are 10 of my favorite beauty products inspired by 10 of my favorite beauty channels. You guys will have to leave me a comment down below letting me know what are some of your beauty favorites that you got recommendations from your favorite beauty channels. Would love to hear from you. Again, I will have the Honest Beauty Reviews video as well as her channel linked down below so that you guys can go check hers out. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you in tomorrow's. Bye.